So today we're going to be solving a really common problem that many data analysts have. And that is you go to ask someone for some data they want you to build a report for, or that is absolutely critical for analysis, and they hand you an Excel file, something named V4 source final. And they say, oh, well, I just maintain it in this Excel file. So you can just grab this every single day, right? Well, this is a real common problem. And despite it being a data analyst's worst nightmare, there is a real reason for it. Using the Excel spreadsheet is intuitive and easy. And what if I told you, come on, Chai, we're going this way, that there was something or a feature of Microsoft Fabric that gave you the ease of use of a spreadsheet, but came with the governance and the security of using a SQL database? Well, you're in luck because it exists in Microsoft Fabric. It's called Fabric Planning. And what it does is it gives you a nice, easy to use front-end UI for maintaining data for your business stakeholders, and then also securely stores that data in a SQL database in a way that is correct and appropriate for you to access and pull into your Power BI reports. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a quick overview as to how you can set it up and talking to you a little bit more about how it works. But before we get to any of that, if you could do me a favor and go on over and give this video a thumbs up and then subscribe, it would mean a lot. All right, now let's jump into the computer. So here is some common data someone might maintain in Excel. A bunch of different locations of a retail chain and their corresponding operating hours. So here, for example, we have an open hour and here we have a close hour. Now, things like this, so operational hours, are things that are very commonly maintained by operators in the business, not necessarily data professionals. So it's the perfect example for us to go ahead and try to create a table for in Fabric Plan and then connect to that table with Microsoft Power BI. So let's jump in and let's get started from the very beginning. In order to store this data in Microsoft Fabric, we're going to go ahead and we're going to create two items in this workspace that I have created for this video. So I'm going to go over here, click this new item button. Then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to search for a SQL database. And I'm going to create a SQL database. I'm going to upgrade this to the trial capacity. And then, I'm going to name this, I guess, video demo. And then what I'm going to do is after this has been created, is I'm going to go back over here to the new item button. And then I'm going to search for plan. And I'm going to go ahead and select the plan item type. Now, as you can see at the time that I'm recording this, this item is in preview, which means that you have to enable it in your admin settings. So for right now, I'm just going to title this store hours. And I'm going to hit the create button. I then am going to be presented with this screen. And what I'm going to want to do is create a power table. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click this power table button right here. And I'm going to name this store hours and hit create. Now, once this loads, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click create a new app. And it's going to ask me to select a database and create a connection. I've already created a connection, but if you needed to, you could create one with just a single sign-on like I've done right here. Then once that has loaded, all you need to do is select a database. In this case, I have the SQL database that we created earlier called Video Demo. So I'm going to select that one and then go down here and select Add. Microsoft Plan is then going to spin for a little bit, and then it's going to give me the option to connect, at which point I can then go ahead and hit the connect. I then am going to be presented with this screen here. I'll have the option of choosing between an existing table or a new table. In this case, I'm going to select a new table because we're starting from scratch. I'm going to name the table store hours, and then I'm going to upload a file and I'm going to upload a Excel file, at which point I can then drag and drop either a single file or multiple files. All I then need to do is drag my Excel file with my data onto the screen to upload it, and then let Microsoft Fabric Plan understand the data format. As you can see right here, it's interpreting my open hour and my close hour as a decimal data point, but that's okay for now. I can go ahead and I can fix that on the next screen. So let's go ahead and let's hit next, and then let's change the open hour and the close hour away to a date time and a date time right down here. Now, as you can see, it's going to ask me for a time zone adjustment. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say that these are time zone independent and that the default date time, we'll leave that blank for now. I then have the option to enable slowly changing dimensions. Let's talk about what this is. So we have the option to create a type 2 or a type 3 table. Now, a type 2 table essentially is an audit log. So you have an effective date, which is when the record became the current valid, most up-to-date record. And then you have an end date, which is either going to be when the record stopped being the most the most recent record, or it's going to be some date way out in the future, like what we have here. Now, in order to make querying easy, most type 2 tables also have a is current record flag, which is either going to be a yes or a no, or a 0 or a 1, that allows for you to easily filter to just get the most up-to-date records. Now, a type 3 table is kind of the same, but different. It's also meant to track changes. However, it essentially just puts the change in another column. So for example, here we might have an open hour, and then if the open hour has changed, you're also going to have an open hour previous. Typically, tables like this just have a current and then a previous, but in theory, right, you could continue going back. So you'd have a previous or a previous, right? Even though that would start to become like a really wide table. Jumping then back into Microsoft Fabric Plan, for now, I am not going to configure this for this simple demo. So I'm going to turn this off, and then I'm going to go ahead and click the Finish button. Now, this is going to create a table in our database and then also create a table in the plan for me to edit. And just like that, we now have the data stored within Fabric Planning in a Power Table. Now, just so I can kind of orient you, very similar to Excel, or Power Query or Data Flow, you have various tabs up here across the top. And well, I don't want to do a deep dive into all of this because frankly, I'm still learning it. I do want to point out a couple of different things. One, if I want to edit a record individually, I can double click it and then I can simply change the time, right? And then I can save that by clicking the save button. Alternatively, I can edit stuff in bulk by going over here into import and then importing the data up here. Or I can even do things like, for example, insert in a specific row or create approvals, right? So there has to be an actual approval flow for any single change that I might want to make. Not only that, you also can do really cool things like, for example, create a form on top of this table for people to automatically enter in data, or export it over here to an Excel file by just simply clicking this export button right here. Now, there is a lot more to learn here. However, we're not going to spend that much time doing a deep dive into this, at least in this video. And I did promise you that I would show you how you can bring this data into Microsoft Power BI. So let's go ahead and let's do that now. What we need to do is navigate back to the workspace where we created the SQL database that we initially stored this table in. And then we should be able to find a table corresponding to the one that we just created or updated in Microsoft Plan. Now, at this point, if we go over here and we go into the SQL Analytics endpoint, we could create a new Direct Lake semantic model that we could then connect to with Microsoft Power BI. So for example, if I go right here and then go Direct Lake on SQL and go video demo, we then will get a semantic model that we can connect to with Power BI, or open up Microsoft Power BI, click OneLake Catalog, and then select that same SQL database. Or here's the semantic model, the Direct Lake semantic model we created earlier, and then hit connect, at which point we could then bring in, for example, the store model. Or once again, we could go over here, we could go get data, we could go more, we could go SQL database, select the SQL database, paste, and no, I guess we don't need a connection, script string. Again, choose the OneLake schema here and then connect. And so with that, you've reached the end of today's video. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you're now way more interested in Microsoft Fabric Plan. Maybe it's planning. I've been calling it plan this whole video. And if you are, let me know and I'll make some more videos on it. And if you're interested in any of my other stuff, I think Microsoft or YouTube is probably recommending something for you on the screen right now. So with that, I'll reach you or see you in the next one.